Yo, 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 what it up, what it up, what it up? What is going on, guys? So we have a couple days. Sorry, I didn't set my camera up right. We got a couple days left until the Eagles and Cowboys square off on Sunday. And, a lot of things that need to happen for the Eagles to win this game, whether it's going to be a close game, whether the Eagles make mistakes in this game. I think offensively, the Eagles really need to run the football as much as possible. Got to run the football as much as possible. And I'm really hoping that the Eagles can get a pass rush. With what they have, they should. I've been really going off on this secondary the past couple weeks. I just, for me going into the season, I'm not a big fan of the bend don't break defense. I mean, I'm just not a fan of it. I hate it. I've hated it since it was in here since 2 years ago. I hate how I understand, like, with safety help and with these corners and how they play. I understand, but it's hard for me to get the best out of our cornerbacks, especially with Bradbury and Slay. I feel like they're corners that need to get more hands on when it comes to it. And I feel like this is definitely. I think we can win this game, no doubt, and go into the bye week and get more healthy. But if they don't run the football, and if they're giving way too much underneath and not tackling and not doing the right thing and not, blitzing and really making good calls defensively, I mean, they could definitely lose this game. So I'm not going to pump my chest and say this is an easy game because it's not. Two teams that, it's an NFC East rival. I mean, this is an NFC East matchup. We've had two really competitive NFC East, games against Washington, one into overtime and one close to being in overtime, going back and forth nonstop. But I'm pretty pumped. To see where it goes. You know what I mean? But I'll thank everybody in the chat. Like everybody in the chat that's here. We got to do member to the Shake Squad camper. What's going on, man? It's LB and Fitz Transport, man. Thank you so much, dude. Much love, man. We got DB in here. We got Chris. We got Young, Reezy, Frank, Eric, Donnie. What's up, dude? Young, D'Angelo, Tolson. What's going on? Willie, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, we're ready to go. We're ready to go, man. Twiz says, what's up, Joe? What's going on, Twiz? Yeah, I think I heard, I saw the reports that Bradbury has a thigh injury. He's got a thigh injury because that man can't move quick anymore like he used to. But I'm wrong. But he, because what's going to happen is they're going to be using at the nickel spot, at least even for the nickel spot, they're going to be using Sidney Brown for nickel package, and they're going to be using a lot of Eli Ricks for the man to man, most likely. But I want to know from you guys, what do you think going into this game and just what the Eagles have to do to win, really? We haven't really talked all week. We haven't really talked about the Cowboys this week besides Monday. We talked a little bit about them, but, at least stream-wise. Married to Designer, what's going on, dude? DB says Cowboys won't be able to run. They will light your secondary. Well, here's the thing, dude. Like, I don't know if that's supposed to be taking a shot at somebody, but to be honest with you, every quarterback is going to be successful against this defense. They play off the ball. That's how they play most of the time. So if Dak can get the underneath throws and the Eagles can, not miss tackles, he will have good stats against this defense. There's no doubt about it. Not because, if the Eagles were a little bit more aggressive, it would probably help. But every offense has had success against this defense. Well, it's because of the scheme. That's just the truth. Dom, what's going on, man? He says Dak have obviously beat us, but not with the level of talent I see. We have the upper hand with KB and Carter, who I believe will be a factor Sunday. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm hoping too, man. Especially with the defensive line. Like, Jordan Davis is fully healthy. Jalen Carter has his first game. Has his first game against the NFC East, at least his first game against the Cowboys, which is great. To get him back is awesome. What's going on, Nina? Hope you're having a good day today. Chris says, Joe, do you think that this week Penny plays with Scott out? Yeah, so I heard that as well. So I don't know. If they don't put Scott in this week, if they don't put Penny in with Scott being out, then, man, what are they doing, dude? Like, seriously, what are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. I ask this question every week, and it's tiring to make videos on this every single week. You know, I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not sure. I mean, there's really nobody else they could dress. There's no other running back they could really dress. You know what I mean? Unless they're just going to keep. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Unless it's just going to be Swift and Gainwell, and then kind of maybe bolster up another position this week. Beast Guard says, if we lose, I'm going to be pissed. Cowboys always wreck us. That's got to be a Cowboys fan. Why do people have to act like Eagle fans all the time? What's going on with that shit? Seriously. Treyon says, okay, we're not going to do it, but we should bring Deshaun for the Cowboys game. No, we don't need Deshaun Jackson. So, Kyle says, I feel better with Carter and Davis both playing. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely there too, no doubt. Dom says, Kenny Gainwell address the situation. What happened? I guess he addressed it. Don't do it again and move forward. Gainwell obviously going to play pass game run. He just got to not mess up. Yeah, I mean, him fumbling in the red zone last week really sucked. I mean, you know, I hate using him for red zone as it is right now. Yeah, so, I mean, he uses his phone every halftime to text his girlfriend or whatever. But I guess at the same time that was going on, somebody, I guess, DM'd him or something like that. And he decided to get into it with somebody. And obviously, if he gets to a fan, they're going to post it. You know, they're going to post it regardless. DB says Dak's going to burn you with Cooks deep. We'll see what happens. See what happens, man. I mean, they haven't really used. I mean, Cooks hasn't really been a big factor this season. So, Don said Payne will be up Sunday. Scott out this week. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to be really sure about that. Does it, Joey? I think that Kevin Byard is going to improve a lot in the game. The last time played, we barely had a bad days to memorize the playbook. No, I mean, everybody in the chat, especially for that live stream last week, everybody was like, you know, you got to give this guy more time, dude. He was only in here for a few days, you know, to get acclimated to the defense. So give it some time. You know what I mean? Like, just got to give him more time with him. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson took him like 4 games just to even be like, get attention from this team. You know what I mean? So, and we'll see. Blake says it's going to be a long night. I'm drinking coffee and I'm pumped. Yeah, I'm pretty psyched up too, dude. Texas boys, I can see Daniel Hurst throw a pick 6 to Deron Bland. I don't think it's going to happen, bro. I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to find out what Deron Bland's all about. Most likely he's going to cover probably Devontae Smith. I think Gilmore's going to be more on A.J. Brown all day. So we'll see. Dom says, Scott have a personal family matter. I think 23 will be back, but I don't think he'll be used. He will be active. Rico said, what's up, Rico? Princess, what's going on? Blake says, imagine if we had today's AJ and Smitty and DJ Julio in their prime. Yeah, I'd be freaking sick, dude. Be freaking sick. Dak owns Wentz. That's it. Yeah, somewhat true. Yeah. Trigger Out Night says Jets do have a number 4 ranked defense if it walks like duck. Oh, Jets defense is great. Definitely the Eagles overlooked that week. Yeah, Willie's a Cowboys fan, but he's a cool Cowboys fan that knows how to keep a conversation. So that's the whole deal. Let's see here. Dom says, went back, watched 21 gamers, Cowboys, and Hurts first pass went to Goddard. Hurts it's come a long way this time. I believe Hurts going to get Dallas like last season. Yeah, we're going to see, dude. I mean, really, at the end of the day, like last year, we beat both teams beat each other's backups last year. So we're finally going to get this. We're finally going to get this this thing going. So Steve says Wentz went to the bowl. Daniel Barry, what's going on? B says I'm an Eagles fan. We're 3-8 against them in the last 4 to 5 years. I mean, I don't care about that. What does that do? Why does everybody care about the statistic of how many times the Cowboys beat the Eagles or whatever the record's going to be? I don't get that because I'm here for championships at the end of the day. Because that's what all the Cowboys can really go back to is really the championships. Really, what's holding them over is, what's holding them over is 5. You know what I mean? And like that's been like the most clear thing. I mean, the Eagles have been mostly the past 25 years. The Eagles have been more relevant, and it's just the truth. Simple as that. I mean, they won a meaningless game against us last year, and it really didn't do much. At the end of the day, it really didn't do much. You know what I mean? Dynasty Joe, I'm going to go to Carl's Jr. when the game begins and get 2 of those Western onion rings, barbecue burgers. They're bomb, bro. Yeah, I've heard those are really good. So DB says, just look at this year's like opponents both teams have played so far. Enough said. I don't even know what that means. What does that even mean? This is a week to week. This is a week to week league, dude. It's a week to week league. KC just lost to Denver last week. Like anything could happen any week. Like I don't get why like schedule has nothing to do with anything. How many points you score on other teams have nothing to do with anything. Cowboys fans love regular season stats. That's all they have. Press said this is going to be a good game, but I honestly don't gotta have the Eagles winning 34-20, but I'm calling it's going to be back-to-back till the end, and the Eagles pull ahead by 14. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Like, I'm not going to say the Eagles are going to be separate for like a couple touchdowns because this defense is going to give up a lot of yards. That's like really it because I feel like Jalen Hurts has played significantly better. Okay, Jalen Hurts' statistics, at least for when the game is tied or behind, Jalen Hurts has played better than when they take big leads. And, I think part of it is the defense, obviously giving up a lot of yards, but, Twitter says that record means nothing on Sunday. We got to play in game. Yeah. I mean, I don't get what the past record has to do anything. It's like, don't you want more than just an NFC, NFC East division win? I mean, there's so much more to the season than just, because obviously this game doesn't make or break either team. Maybe the Cowboys, I don't know. The Eagles are still going to be a game, a half game ahead going to the bye. So this doesn't make or break the Eagles if they, win or lose this game. It helps them tremendously if they win, but it doesn't make a big deal if they lose this game either. But yeah, you don't want to lose this game either. I'm not going to be pissed off if they lose this, but Dom says, see a close game at the link on Sunday. My biggest key to the game is not turn the ball over to tie-in running back, and our QB got to get 1 turnover versus Dallas. Well, the main thing is that Eagles got to run the ball. If they don't run with DeAndre Swift, it's going to be a done game. If they start passing the ball way too much, they start gunslinging it way too much, they're going to lose the game. There's no doubt. Even this year, I mean, even last year, Lane Johnson didn't even play fully for those 2 games at right tackle for the Eagles. And, he's 100% healthy now. So the line looks really good. Tyler Steen gets to start at right guard this week. Looks really good. We'll see how it goes. So Brad says, colder weather outside on grass, cows 2-2 on the road, not in a controlled house they play in. Donnie says, I got Philly 31, Dallas 24. That sounds about right. I think A.J. Brown will be too much for the Cowboys defense. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Can A.J. Brown get his 7th consecutive game of 125 yards? That's going to be the question. So I've already heard. I mean, really, I don't want to talk about CD versus A.J. Brown. And CD Lamb's a very, 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 very good receiver. Okay, definitely is. You got Jason Tolbert. I mean, honestly, even with Brandon Cooks and how they're going to use him, and obviously I think the number one thing they have to watch offensively for the Cowboys is obviously where CeeDee Lamb is posted, whether they move him inside or because what they're going to do is obviously since Bradley Roby's not playing in this game, he's already missed the past couple weeks with a shoulder injury. The Eagles have been dealing with injuries every single week. Tyron Smith is playing this week because they did the same shit last year where Tyron Smith literally practiced the day before he played. So I don't know why they play that down the past couple weeks of past couple years with Tyron Smith. He will play Sunday. Don't let it fool you. Nate says finally get to see Hurts versus Dak matchup. That's what I'm saying, man. Finally. Dom said definitely need Dak to throw an interception. I don't know if he ever thrown a pick in your building, hoping for a Sunday afternoon. Which is Joey, what's holding my Cowboys up is Jerry Jones not putting Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor. And I think until Jimmy gets the ring, we might not get to the Super Bowl. Why? I mean, I understand why that's a big deal, but why would that stop? Like, why would that be a distraction for the year for the Cowboys because of that reason? He seriously isn't in the Ring of Honor yet? Really? That's really weird. Why? Why the hell? What are they waiting for? Sting says, I feel the game is going to be a nail biter, especially. Well, it's a nail biter every week for the Eagles. I mean, that's just what it is. Brad says, I'm 50. My son's 25 and had to prove him Dallas won a Super Bowl by YouTube. Oh, shit. 34-6 says the game is won and lost in the trenches. We have a better offensive defensive line. Beat Dallas. Go Birds. I definitely believe the trenches are better. Definitely. Dev says, since Boston can't go, if Penny does not get a snap, we need to cut him during the bye. They're not cutting him, dude. It ain't going to happen. Skin Marks, what's going on, dude? So Dallas just hates us since Pumpkinhead got beaten in a snowball game and wrecked his toupee. Kryptonite says, Joey, what do you think of the fate of our coordinators will be after this year? It really depends on what BrianJohnson does by like the second half of the season, really. I mean, it really depends how they go out this year. If they either win it all or they lose drastically in a playoff game or something like that, and it's really that embarrassing. Because really, like, if you look like shit or totally like shit, or at least can't put a fight up in a playoff game, or you totally shit the bed with your offense, I feel like BrianJohnson could be gone before Desai is gone, and that's just me. Because Jones opened his big mouth and said, anyone can coach my team, exit Pumpkinhead, enter Switzer, third and one, all you need to know. Jesus Christ. Aaron says, Joey, do you think next year we trade Bradbury and sign Jalen Johnson? I don't think Desai is a head coach candidate after this year. Usually takes DC's 2 years. Oh, hell no. I'm not looking for Desai to be a head coaching candidate. No, Sirianni will not be fired this year. So Sirianni will never be fired, not for a long time. I'm not worried about Sirianni ever losing his job. So, but I think if anything, Desai will be gone, maybe, but I doubt it though. Philly says, I would love to see Penny and Swift in two back. I mean, I think Swift and Penny would be a really good 1-2 punch, but I think Boston Scott and Swift are a great 1-2 punch. I think Scott is better in red zone. I've talked enough. I've talked enough about the Eagles and what they should do at the running back position. And Gainwell should be our number 3 at the end of the day, or at least used something. But guys, the next year that slot corner, how he signed that suspend could be a huge win. It saves us draft capital. We could focus on D-line, O-line. Yeah, I mean, with Isaiah Rodgers coming next year, which would be good. But, they're trying a lot of guys. They got Sidney Brown cross-training from safety now to nickel since Kevin Byard is here now. They use him for nickel package situations. Eli Ricks is more of a man-to-man guy. So I like how they're using different guys for different packages. So Avonte Max will not be here next year. It's not going to happen. With the $10 million dead cap hit, there's no way. There's nothing they could do. There's nothing that they could do. You have to extend him to lessen that, or I don't know, something else. But I don't think they keep him. And you got 4 injuries. You got 4 injuries in, I don't know, 2 years. It's way too much, man. Way too much. So I don't think that's the case. I don't think I don't think he resigns. I don't think that's going to happen. Dom says, favorite memories of Dallas, Jordan Matthews touchdown overtime with Sam Bradford. Another memory, Lito interception when T.O. returned the link 2013 when Foles, McCoy winning the East. Yeah, dude, 2 really good memories. Definitely remember the Jordan Matthews one in overtime, which was kind of cool as well. We got super chat from TL Hopkins. Thank you so much, man. He says, I'm a Philly fan in Dallas, so this is the Super Bowl. Shit. Damn, dude. Well, glad you're repping the Eagles over in Texas, bro. I did not know that at all. Had no clue of that. Dom says 2017 with the big Alshon, Jay, and Wentz winning the Dallas on Sunday Night Football. That was a fun game. Torrey Smith scored a touchdown as well. And just says, true rough schedule coming up, but I believe we can win those games. Princess says, nah, Max is our future. He's too much cap for how he keep him. We have a lot of options next year to replace him. Yeah, well, that's why they're packing on. That's why they're packing on corners so much this year. That was just a whole nother thing. I mean, they kept 7 corners already this past year, which is kind of nuts, but they're going to be, I mean, they're going to have so much competition going into next year. So Kurdock says, my favorite memory was Brian Dawkins getting these forced fumbles, miss Weapon X. I know his energy is it's unmatched, man. So I get it. Eagles could save $10 million to cheer Max next year. I think he's gone. I don't know if that's even true. I think that if you're looking at over the cap, that might be not the real numbers. I don't think so. I could be wrong. Got a super chat from Linda Conyers. Thank you so much, Linda. Says Warshak season shakes. Talk to these Dallas trolls. Yeah, the one thing that Dallas could hold on to is the damn Rangers, and half of them probably aren't even fucking baseball fans. And you know what? I'm not even really a Philly. I mean, I'm a Phillies fan, but I'm not like, I don't watch every fucking game all year. Like, I don't watch every game. I don't really care about baseball that much. I used to love baseball a long time ago. Like, my father used to take me to Yankee games when I was like a kid, like years ago. So I've watched Jeter. I've watched a bunch of guys. I've watched Tino. I've watched a lot of dudes long time ago. Appreciate the super chat, Linda, by the way. You said you come into our house respectfully and poke your chin out. Dallas fans think it's going to be a cakewalk. It shouldn't be for both teams. It shouldn't be. But, Micah Parsons gets on his podcast. He's like, yo, we got to take over the stadium. I mean, that shit is not going to happen. DB says smash the like button. I appreciate it so much, DB. Definitely smash the like button if you guys have it. Kavai said, I don't like all the hate Josh Jobe got. I know he played bad at times, but he's nice. Well, yeah, I mean, look, for a guy that just started this year, like, it wasn't bad. Like, do I think he's perfect to be a starter for, like, the rest, for a season? No, but I feel like there is some promise there, no doubt. That's the good thing about it. Like, a lot of these guys are getting a lot of, starting capability now. Getting in, because if you need them down the road, something happens down the road, then that's great. You know what I mean? Rose Games said 23 max will earn a base salary of $1,080,000, a sign bonus of $5 million. Holy God, $5 million just to sign a contract, and a workout bonus of $150,000 while carrying cap hit of $4 million and a dead cap value of it's even more. So it's even more next year. So you're telling me that dead cap hit is almost $12 million? Oh yeah, they're not keeping him. You're trading his ass. You're trading his ass, no doubt. Because if you wonder about the dominant Eagles, D was a 91. They held, I believe, one team, not sure, like the 90 yards offense in the game. I'm a Cowboys fan. I live here in Houston, Texas, but I love the Yankees too. Hey. Yeah, I mean, I really wasn't a baseball fan. Even when I was a little kid, my dad brought me to Yankees games, but I never I didn't call myself a fan at the time. But Jackson McMullen says, what's your take on Hurts' press conference when he got up and left? Obviously, he's injured, so I hope it's not going to affect. Yeah, I mean, he's been playing injured, no doubt. I mean, he's not. There's no more QB design runs. I mean, he's not taking unnecessary hits right now. So he's got to get out of like one more game to get to this bye week. He needs his bye week like badly, like very, very badly. And I hope that like I said, like. I think the injury is a blessing in disguise for a lot of reasons for Hurts, because he's been more of a pocket guy, a lot more. Like, he was a pocket guy last year as well, but he's a pure pocket guy right now. And when he has to run, he'll run and get some yards. And he doesn't run through players; he slides. It is what it is. We want Hurts healthy, no excuses. Well, dude, that he is hurt. Simple as that. He's hurt. I mean, that's all I can fucking say. He's fucking hurt. He ain't 100%. He hasn't been 100% for weeks. I won't make that an excuse, but that's just the truth. If the offensive line can't hold protection, it's going to be a long day. But I don't want to hear a fucking thing either on the other side either. Simple as that. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why guys can't be realistic. Like, the fucking Eagles are going to get dominated. Like, you think they're just going to lay down for Dallas and they're fucking in front of their home crowd? It's not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen. I don't know between your tiny mind thinks that's going to happen, but it's not. It's not going to fucking happen. So, Skid says, Dallas fans aren't bad in Dallas. It's one that are plagued. They all came from how many early ages teams think stunk Norman, Brahman. People began to adopt cowgirl dark times. Here's the thing, dude. 75 to 80% of cowgirl fans in Texas aren't even a fan of Dak Prescott. Okay, that's the truth. All these other dudes that come in here, or these dudes that say they're from Texas, are probably not even from fucking Texas. I wouldn't doubt it. Anybody outside of Texas that's a content creator or somebody that is a Cowboys fan that's not in Texas, don't believe in Dak Prescott. Nobody does. Chris says they are using Hurts as a power back the first 3 weeks. I know. They used him way too much, man. Used him way too much. Dom said Marion Barber, their running back 24, gave us as hell. Their running back, I think the name choice, Jason Witten and Des Smoking Bradley Fletcher 3 times. Yeah, that was a horrible game. That was a horrible game. Don said Hurts is favored in the MVP conversation I heard on Twitter. He's been playing real good. Yeah, I mean, right now maybe, but they're not going to respect Hurts for the rushing touchdowns. Like, AJ Brown doesn't even get respected enough. Like, A.J. Brown, like, because he's a Philadelphia Eagle, he doesn't even get the praise that he deserves for 6 consecutive games with 125 plus. Like, no one even gives a shit about that. Hurts 10 turnovers, not even close to MVP. I mean, it's not even, dude, like, what do the picks mean nothing, dude. The picks mean absolutely nothing. Like, what happens when Dak Prescott throws picks? He folds. Hurts doesn't fold. That's the whole fucking point of it. Like, seriously, Brock Purdy folds. Dak Prescott folds. How many quarterbacks throw picks and folds? That even if he throws a pick, he always comes back and he wins football games. That's the difference between – it doesn't matter. Lamar Jackson is in MVP conversation. He's got 2 less picks than Jalen Hurts right now. Like, what's the whole interception bullshit? He could throw as many picks as he want to throw, but if we win the game, I don't give a shit. Simple as that. The picks don't mean fucking nothing. They mean nothing. If you could still win games and throw fucking picks, it doesn't matter. Everyone's going to be pissed off about it. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to be pissed. But, at the end of the day, the fucking guy doesn't fold. Simple as that. Joseph Thies, the Super Chat, says, keep the same energy when we blow out Dallas. Oh, here's the difference. The difference is I'm going to be here regardless if we win or lose. Half of these guys won't be here. DB won't be here. None of these guys will be here. None of them will be here. None of them. Last time they lost, no show. No show. So, good evening, Shakes. I think it's going to be a tough game. It's not going to be an easy game. 2 teams are coming off really good wins right now. Playing at the link and, 2 teams going at it. Willie Virus says, I'm in Texas. I'm 50-50 on deck. There you go, dude. And it's not me throwing a shot. It's just the truth. A lot of people that are born and raised in Texas or live in Texas don't like Dak Prescott. Simple as that. Teramos and Mahomes has the same amount of picks. So I'm saying, dude, the pick thing doesn't matter. It's how you win football games at the end of the day. Like, the Eagles have pushed out a lot of good wins this year. Doesn't mean they're going to play the same way this game. Like, every game is different. The Eagles win a game different every single week, Teal Hawkins with Super Chat, man. What's going on? So here in Texas, most people don't believe in Dak. You're right. They have that we will see attitude, but we'll brag after. That's what I'm saying, dude. Texas is a fucking joke. It's a joke. Nobody gives a shit about Dak Prescott. Nobody does. All these guys want to be is different when they talk about Dak. They just want to be different. Joe T Super Chats. I was talking to them. No, I get it. I get it. Appreciate the Super Chat though. Skid says, I don't think our talent is bad in secondary. They're just playing lazy, going through the motions, top building reviews and individual tech. I kind of agree they're being careless. Oh, I don't think it's them being careless. I think it comes down to it. I just think it's the scheme. I think scheme is devaluing them of what they could do best, and I think that's a huge part of it. Miguel, what's going on, man? He says our DBs are up in their age. They will be one-score game because of the secondary. Buyer needs to play big. So does our front seven. Yeah, that's the problem too, dude. Like to garnish a pass rush, you know, playing off ball like that is going to be really tough. Dak Prescott, you know, every quarterback has been successful against us. You know what I mean? But our defensive line shows up at the right time. Our defensive line is great. Our defensive line, you know, it's going to be great. I'm hoping to, you know, Sunday it's going to be awesome. You know, they've been great every week. But, you know, if you got 5 to 8 yards of guys being free off the ball, it's really tough to, you know, take away the first option of these quarterbacks. And I think you'll get the sack. But half the time, you know, slant pass, middle of the field's wide open. You know, everything underneath is wide open. Especially if you miss tackles, forget it, you know. DB says nobody gives a shit about Jalen Hurts. Nobody. Let me tell you something. I think 100% of the fans give a shit about Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. So I don't know. I think, you know, I think I'm correct on that. Everyone was to walk in trash how we played so many easy teams, but look at our record now. Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like we had a cupcake schedule last year, you know, the cupcake schedule that we had last year, whatever, that got us to a Super Bowl. If it was so fucking easy, you know, this year you get to a Super Bowl, you have a hard schedule. Yeah, that's what happens. But the only good thing about coming out of a Super Bowl, whether it's a win or a loss, is you get a good bye week. I mean, that's really the only thing that's good about it. You get the perfect bye week, which is like obviously after this game, week 10, technically. Takes his Dak poured that honey on me quote was so corny. Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't watch it though. Matt says, and cow pie trolls not give a crap about Hurts matters to us. Why? Well, it's the same thing as why they're in a Philadelphia Eagle live stream. Like, they must love me that much. And I'm not conceited on YouTube. Like, I'm far from that shit. Like, I like when people just talk shit. More people are talking. You know? Joe says they will have to put the ball in Dak's hands if they want to win and know what happens when they put in his hands. We're going to get 3 turnovers. This is what I think about when it comes to Dak and Hurts, okay? Because a Cowboys fan can't look in your face and say when Dak throws a pick that he doesn't fold, because he always does every time. As soon as he throws that first pick, the Cowboys lose that game. Simple as that, okay? All they can go on is statistics from Jalen Hurts, statistics on how many championships. That the only thing that they can hold on to right now is how many championships the Cowboys have won, because they are not relevant today. So the only thing for Cowboys fans to hold on to now is the 5 championships and to talk about QBR and to hype up players that necessarily don't even need to be hyped up. Okay, that is the total truth about that. The Eagles have been the most irrelevant in 25 fucking years. Okay? The most relevant ever. Simple as that. Prez Gamer says, hey, Joey, want to see something really out there? Look at my home stats and compare them to Jalen Hurts. Check this out. Oh, my God. Yeah, I got to look at it. I haven't followed KC too much. You know, I'm not sitting at my house looking at stats all day like a lot of these other guys do all freaking day. I don't do that, any of that crap. Eli says, Joey, you're right. The only difference between Jalen and Dak turnovers is how they respond when they're down. Jalen finds a way and Dak always chokes. Thank you. This team always responds. That team gets into their own head. They fight on the sideline. They're looking like little girls throwing a pillow fight on the fucking sideline. That's what they do. Okay. At the end of the day, if the Eagles lose tomorrow, I will bury my team. If the Eagles lose tomorrow, I will show up tomorrow regardless. Okay. That's the difference. I show up. Okay. Just the truth. Willie said, Joey, the reason why we haven't let Dak walk is because we need him so we can pay other players next year. We haven't found anyone else better than Dak. Well, what is he? What is he on contract for another 2 years? He's got a no trade clause, right? So you can't even just trade him to any team that the Cowboys want if you wanted to get rid of him. You know, obviously with what's his face in the building now, some of the other quarterbacks are in the building now. So it's going to be up to Dak Prescott. I mean, it's up to Jerry Jones at the end of the day, but it's going to be, if they want to trade him within the next couple of years, it's going to be up to Dak Prescott where he goes. And we're going to find out what the market's going to be like. We're going to find out like how many teams actually want him, you know? Skid says, Dallas, Texas, cold, desolate, boring, flat area. Like my father said, nothing good ever happens in Texas. Damn. Philly 45 says, our D is about to go bonkers, opening the door up for Byard. Book it. I hope so, man. I hope you're right. The only thing I can say, and I'm realistic. I'm a realistic Eagles fans every fucking week. Okay, I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't do shit for clicks. I don't do shit for views. Like I literally like people will be pissed at me, and it is what it is. Okay, I get it. The Eagles can stop themselves tomorrow. With all we know, they don't run the ball. They gunsling too much, and the corners are just playing so much zone to the point where there's not enough. I think since really the second half of that Rams game, here's what I don't get. You go into the Miami Dolphins game that, apparently the Dolphins were going to fucking kill us that game. We do so good defensively against a track star offense. Contain, and tackle and not let the big play get past us. Then we roll into Washington and just look like total garbage. Like I know every game is different. You win differently. I'm not expecting consistency, winning, the same way every time, but your defense can't look night and day like that every week. I mean, we weren't even contesting any catches against Washington. I mean, not even contesting catches. I mean, that really bothers the shit out of me. Really does. DB suggests you lost the backup QB with 3 starting cornerbacks out. Well, dude, like, look, man, like you guys got killed by a defense that won 1 game this year. So the Eagles overlooked the Jets. They sat way too many guys out. They sat Carter. They sat both. I mean, the Eagles sat out so many guys that game. But come on now, dude. Look at yourself in the mirror, bro. Like, you guys lost against the fucking Aaron. You guys lost against the worst team in football. Really? Cannot say nothing, dude. Nothing. Q-Ball says, with the super chat, thank you so much, man. He says, the Eagles can stop themselves tomorrow because we don't play them. Oh, I mean, Sunday. Dude, I got my days all mixed up. I mean, not tomorrow. I meant Sunday, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So we can stop ourselves tomorrow. That is 100% true. Joe says Dallas went up against high-powered team, got blew out. We went up against a high-powered team and we won. And now, like, San Francisco doesn't look too great. I wonder if Dallas can actually beat San Francisco. I know they don't have Trent. They don't have Trent Williams. Debo should be back in like another week with the hairline fracture. Christian McCaffrey's playing with a torn oblique right now. How long is that going to last? I have no idea. I don't think Christian McCaffrey's going to last for the postseason. I really don't. I mean, he's playing very well even with an injury right now, but kind of pushing the whole year. Jazz's only shock about Washington was the way their offensive line handled the rush. Yeah, I thought they played pretty good. We ended Washington's roster. We ended their season pretty damn much. Just the truth. DB says Cowboys had 3 offensive linemen. Hey, yeah. No excuse, bro. No excuse. I don't want to hear it. No excuse. No excuse. Injuries, no excuse. I don't want to hear it. Damn, dude. It's like you're telling me no excuse for injuries and you go ahead and say that? Shit. The Eagles injury report has been it's been crazy this year. It's been like we've had a different secondary like 5 fucking times this year. We've had to switch guys around I don't know how many times this year. Simple as that. Brad, after the Eagles beat Dallas, the Cards loss will be magnified more being a conference loss for Dallas. Shit, dude. Colton, what's going on, man? He says, can we please give Nolan Smith Barnett snaps? I feel like he's going to have a bad penalty at a bad time. Well, here we go. I thought the Kadavia Street trade was going to kind of designate Nolan Smith to get more snaps. Nolan Smith's got 9% snaps in the rotation, 9% reps. Okay, Derek Barnett has 20%. Okay, why? I think the Eagles definitely play favorites there when it comes to Derek Barnett. I don't know why he's getting more snaps than Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith's got to play more. But I heard that Moro Ojomo apparently has looked really good in practice, and they want to put him in his first game as a Philadelphia. I don't know if it's his first game. I think it would be to put Moro Ojomo in there, the 6th-round pick for the Eagles that they really liked. Robert says, what's the excuse for the defense? Cowboys lose, they're bad. Eagles lose, they're just overlooked their opponent. No, that's not true, dude. That's not true. I don't think so. I mean, they overlooked the Jets because they sat out so many starters that game, and like I felt like they just thought it was going to be an easy game. Simple as that. I fucking never. If the Eagles get killed in this game, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked. That's the only way I'm going to think they overlooked the Cowboys, which I highly, highly doubt. Highly doubt. It's impossible for a team in an Eagles-Cowboys rivalry for anybody on these Eagle players, any of them, to fucking take this game lightly. I mean, that's just stupid. It's just dumb. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can keep backtracking like little fucking girls at a sleepover and go back and forth. Like, I'm not one of those Twitter fucking dumbasses that go back and forth each time. I don't do that shit all fucking day. I don't sit and every time I hear a Cowboys fan talk, I'm not on top of their ass. Or every time an Eagles fan talks, the Cowboy fans are on top of our ass every time. I don't do that bullshit every week. It's nonsense. I don't do that shit. Hey, whatever people like doing is what they like doing. Respect to everybody that does it. But me, I just stay in my fucking lane and take the course, bro. That's it, Joey. Who would we have in their prime? Larry Fitzgerald or Julio Jones? I mean, Julio Jones. I've been more of a Julio Jones fan than Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald's done a number on us. Let me tell you. Massive injuries are a part of the game. Can use injury excuse. Yes, they suck, but always next man up. Now, the injuries are only excuse to a certain extent where it's like if you have like I'm talking like I mean, there were like I forgot what season it was, like not too long ago, where we had like 15 fucking guys out in the injury. I mean, it was like 15 injuries. I mean, it was just disgusting. We changed our offensive line probably 20 times that year. I mean, it was absolutely, I forgot what year that was. It might have been 19 or 20. I'm trying to remember. Like that's like a lot. If you're talking about one guy, one position, like at the end of the day, like if you have no depth at a position, and we found that out, we lost our right tackle Lane Johnson for a game, and Jack Driscoll started, and he was god awful. And last year, Lane Johnson left the game with an injury. And guess what? Like, Micah Parsons was getting pressure on Jack Driscoll last year. Of course he did, because Jack Driscoll is fucking trash. Simple as that. Willie says, well, only person on the injury report for the Cowboys of the game is Sunday is Diggs. Okay. Yeah, I figured. I know Tyron Smith is playing. They're playing that bullshit with Tyron Smith like they did last year, where he missed practice, and then all of a sudden, we're going to work him out on Saturday. He should be good for Sunday. That motherfucker's playing, dude. Don't let it fool you. That's, to be honest, the only thing I love to do is just get more depth at right tackle in case Lane gets hurt again because Jack Driscoll sucks as a backup. Well, they definitely need a guy at right tackle because I don't think anybody can play right tackle right now besides Driscoll. However you could put it right now, but it is what it is. DB says, but you took the Jets lightly. They sat out like 5 fucking players that game. They sat out Darius Slay. They sat out Jalen Carter. They sat out a few more players that game. I'm not saying they took them lightly. I'm saying they overlooked them. I don't think they played up to par. I don't think they just didn't play up to par. Simple as that. Joe says we beat ourselves in the Jets game for not running the ball when we were up 2 points. True that. Yeah, they ran. I don't know how many times they ran that game. It wasn't much. SRT says Joey top 3 Eagles content creators. Oh, no. Nah, dude, I'm not trying to be the best content creator, man. I'm just trying to have a good time and just talk Eagles all year, dude. I'm not trying to be in a rank system, but I appreciate it, though. Chief said, we need this win badly. Cowgirls had our number for a couple years now. Ben Mozzie, a bench warmer. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Bo said, grabbed an autographed Midnight Green AJ jersey from Fanatics. Can't wait for arrival framing that in the kitchen. My wife can shut the fuck up and cook. Why? That's a good present. Matt said, who said we took the Jets light? Maybe the team did, us fans didn't. Jake says, if Dallas plans to man up on AJ and blitz, good luck. I look at Jalen Hurts' stats last week against the blitz. Also, AJ leads the league in yards when defense play man against him. It's going to be very interesting. And I don't think whether it's Deron Bland, okay, I'm not saying Deron Bland is not playing well, okay, but at the end of the day, like, they got to see what they look like against AJ Brown, or if they double team him, or there's just so much you have to defend with the offense. So, Brad says, what about bloody Mazzy Pat? I thought he was better than Jordan Davis. Cole says, if the Eagles take away the big play they did against Miami, it's a long night for Dallas. RPF says, hey, Joey, my dad was the biggest a-hole Cowboys fan ever lived. I never even knew that. I was around when Dallas won 3 Super Bowl titles in the 90s. My dad would talk to me saying Eagles will never win. Super Bowl 17, RPF got revenge. Shit, dude. So your dad didn't live to tell to see like the greatness of the Eagles' first championship. I never knew that. That was interesting. I never knew that. Dude said, okay, fellas, I'll see you Sunday if I don't see you sooner. If not, worry about this game. I'm not worried about this game. Good luck. If you're not nervous about a game, then you ain't a fan, bro. Simple as that. But I will see you later. Brad says, bloody Mazzy Pat has 2 more tackles than a person who ain't born yet. Donnie says, Joey, did you see the breakdown footage they had on Tyler Steen against the Commanders that do to smart cell? Well, from all the players I've heard, he's very athletic. I heard he's got great athleticism, than a lot of guards on this roster right now. I think he is either better or as good as Cam Jurgens athletic-wise at the position. So we'll see. Don says A.J. Brown is a certified demon from hell. Matt says, smash the like button, subs, man. There's all the like, subs, views get for all the hard work, effort it puts in every day to bring us the best content. I appreciate it, Matt. Colton said, Deron Bland will get crushed by the double move the way he jumps routes. DY said, I can't wait to punch in the mouth. Cowboys cheerers were talking mad shit and laugh. I'm interested to see what A.J. Brown does against the Cowboys. I'm very interested to see what he does. Joe says, you better worry about this game. Hurts is going off. Colin said, I don't know about, but I'm nervous as fuck. I have a feeling one of the team is going to come out flat. I hope it's not us. I hope not. Yeah. Oh, the Philly crowd will kind of boost this team up a little bit, which will be good. Logan says, where's Texas boy? He was here. He was the Cowboys lose. They be in hiding. That's what they do. Skid says, one play with Steen reviewed a scouting channel that showed how Wash was getting frustrated and smacked Steen in the head. That's what you need in a movable object. I mean, when I saw him play, it was actually really interesting. It was very interesting because I even watched some of the reps that he took, and man, he didn't get pushed back, nothing. Like, he played really well. Jazz said Eagles coach haven't put together a complete game plan. Atlas says, Joey, how about the Texas Rangers World Championships? I bet you $100 you're not even a fucking Rangers fan, so I highly doubt it. Half of these Texas fans are probably not even Ranger fans. I just wouldn't doubt it. So Joe says, what we ready to play on Sunday? I'm ready to go, bro. I'm ready to go. Jess says now would be a good time to start. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be it's gonna be an interesting day. I mean, we got a couple days left. I'll have a video out tomorrow, definitely, on just some of the moves and some other stuff to definitely talk about tomorrow. But I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I mean, look, it's about the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think the number one thing that I really need them to do Sunday is run towards Micah Parsons' side. That's what I really want. Run at Micah Parsons. Got to run with DeAndre Swift in this game. I understand they want it. They like getting the big play. I get it, but Joe says Rangers had a good run. Dallas won't have one. That's the only thing the Dallas fans can hold on to. It's the only thing Dallas fans can hold on to. So that's the way that goes. Christian Vince says, you think AJ goes for 125 again? I mean, we'll see. I mean, they're gonna throw it up. They're gonna throw it up. And so, I'm saying, like, Deron Bland, we're gonna find out if he's that aggressive. If he's that aggressive as a cornerback and tries to jump in front of routes, he's gonna have a long day. And Stephon Gilmore, like, he's gotten beat a lot this year. Like, Gilmore is just, I don't think Gilmore is a bad corner. I just don't think what he used to be. I don't think too much about Stephon Gilmore, really. So let's say, is he just mad that Philly Pies didn't make it? Well, no, they didn't make it, but, like, I'm not a diehard Philly fan at all. Like, I'm a fan of them, but I'm not, like, I don't watch every game. Like, the only game to be honest with you, the only game I watched was like at least 2 playoff games this year. I didn't watch any Phillies this year. They got into the playoffs, and I watched like 1 or 2 games. One from one series, one for another series, and that was it. That's all I watched. So, yeah. Am I, like, pissed off they lost? I don't really care, to be honest, because I'm not really into baseball that much. So, Ball says AJ about to have 175 this game. Joe says AJ going for 185. Goddard going to have a big game. Book it. Hopefully Goddard does. Devontae Smith too, man. Got to watch out for Devontae Smith. Willie says, Joey, you can run to Parsons because this year he is everywhere. Well, it just depends. I mean, that's what the 49ers did all game. They did that all game. It's not impossible to do that, but we'll see what they do, especially if they start to use Parsons more like a defensive end, start putting him on an edge rush instead of just lining him up anywhere. But obviously, I think they're going to try to, I think the Cowboys are going to kind of see that maybe the Eagles have a weak spot at right guard, but I think Tyler Steen's going to be fine. We'll see, but, there might be a time where he's going to try to get something done. Jazz, the Eagles have an MO that comes from the top. They will have not changed no matter how much it pisses me off. If you want to see runs, you better pray they can pass for a big lead. Yeah, and that's what makes me nervous, bro. Like, sometimes they take unnecessary shots, which I have to respect, but, like, it'll be second down and they'll just take a crazy shot to the end zone. Sometimes it works. Sometimes they're trying to get that PI call. Sometimes trying to get that PI call as well. Goddard might be the key. We'll see. He was kind of quiet last game. He had like one or two good receptions. That one reception went for a good amount of yards. I think in the I don't know if it was the second half, but Goddard hasn't really been a big target this year. And he was open. Remember early in the season, the first few games, remember the couple times he was wide open with his hands up for like a 45, 50, at least a 45-yard catch a couple times. And Hurts didn't even pass to him. Kid says, if Steen is in, watch that line open up real nice. Yeah, we'll see. Because with Sua, the thing is with Sua, he's not as athletic, and they can't do the pull game with him. With Cam Jurgens, they can do the pull game with him because he's very athletic. Wondering if Tyler Steen's going to be used in that matter as well. So I'm actually we'll see. I'm pretty excited about it. Colton says, I would love to see Eli Ricks on draft free agent, shut CeeDee Lamb down, go Birds. I don't think he's going to get shut down. He's going to get his yards. Guys are going to get their yards. The way the Eagles play defense, all these receivers will get their yards. Okay, it's going to happen. They're going to have yards. I don't think anyone, what's shutting CeeDee Lamb down to under 80 yards? 90 yards, something like that. Eagles secondary is trash. Well, if you watch football and know why the Eagles secondary gives up fucking yards, you'd understand why, but you obviously don't. Joe says, Steen going to surprise a lot of people. Colton says, I want to see Skip Bayless crying Monday morning. Matt says, to be honest, as far as baseball goes, I didn't get it until last year. Chris, I want to see Eli Ricks and nickel, not Sidney Brown. Well, yeah, what they're going to do is they're going to use Sidney Brown for nickel package, and they're going to use Eli Ricks for man-to-man. I think that's how they're using both of these guys. Lissay says, I want Eagles fans to cry. Well, nobody's going to cry, dude. It's week 9 of the season, and the Eagles will still be a half a game ahead. So even if they lose this game, they'll be a half a game ahead. So this doesn't make or break the Eagles. This might make or break the Cowboys, probably, but not the Eagles. Brad says, Steen 6'6", 325, slap Payne in the face after a play. Kid has a nasty streak in him. It's on tape. I got to look at that. What is that on? Is it just during the game? Do you actually see it, or do they actually cover that? Skid says, Sidney is in deep cover corner. He's a prowler up near the line and ball hawk. Just says, Philly's going to end Dallas here just like they ended Washington. Yeah, Nolan Smith needs more reps, no doubt. Definitely needs more reps. Blake says, Lissay won't even be here on Sunday. Oh, I know that. No one's got fucking balls, dude. Nobody's got balls. Half of the guys that couldn't even put their face on camera would have fucking balls. None of them have balls. None of them do. It's just the truth. Rio says, Lamb plays on the inside, so every play he has 4-way go. That's why he gets yards. Can't play the outside. Not a real number one. That's at Gate City shows it. Joey, check it out. Oh, I need to check it. I didn't know he actually did that. That's cool. You says Eagles win and nut these cow turd fans. Jazz says we are populated by older, slower corners. Head coach who doesn't allow his DC to challenge. He lives in fear of the big play. Yeah, and I get why they play that way, but it's just not my style of defense. I can't stand it. I don't like it. I never will like it. If the Eagles are winning games from it, I get it, but I feel like it's allowing teams to come back. But the defense is showing up always at the right time. And you have such a great defensive line. You're putting so much money into this defensive line and using high draft capital into the trenches to the point where if you're playing off ball and these quarterbacks are throwing really, short passes quick, it's a little crazy. LeBron says, Joey, this is a game to be put on primetime. Cowboys and Eagles is worth more to put on primetime than the Bills. Bills and Bengals play Sunday night? That's dumb. Yeah, I think we play primetime the second game. I think we play on Sunday night the second game in Dallas, I think. I forgot. It was Sunday or Monday. I think it is. I think we play the second time. I think Sunday night. Steen is another Bama guy, dude. Jeff Stoutland's priority type player. Rico says, can Jeffrey Lurie unlock the Jim Johnson playbook? Yeah, that'd be nice. Press Garrett, I think the Eagles are playing too much zone with press corners. Need to get them in the... Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. Says Logan says, great team would go Eagles. Eagles beat Dallas Cowboys. LeBron says, it's crazy how Bradbury's given up 5 touchdowns this season. It's not even week 9 yet. It's because of the scheme of the defense. When you're lined up 8 to 10 yards off the ball, you're not going to win those matchups. You're not going to. Like, I don't get like everybody, like I bury Bradbury and Slay the way they're used every single game, but we always get out of these games. The pass rush has got to be there. So that's the reason why. Bradbury hasn't looked fantastic this year, no, but at the end of the day, like, the Eagles are winning, but, you know, I still complain about it every week. Did you see that? Yeah, I saw it today. I saw it. I actually retweeted it today. All right, so Joey, I'm literally the only Eagles fan in my family. By the way, most lived in the Philadelphia area. My mom was an Eagles fan. Should tell me Dallas, Washington, New York are the bad guys. So that's good, man. Your mom was there in your corner, bro. That's good. It's a good thing. You know what I mean? Ebus is 41-21. I wish, but it's probably not going to happen. But we'll see. Let me tell you something. If the Eagles score over 40 points on Dallas, Jesus Christ, wouldn't even expect it. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Reddick sealed 2 games. Had the forced fumble. What do you have? 2 forced fumbles? He had a sack. What? He had 2 sacks straight in that first. What was it? The first Washington game, and then he had a forced fumble. Skid says, top villain says scheme is party, not right, but also players being used wrong, basic techniques being lazy, implemented when in coverage. Yeah. Ashdak says they should let the cornerback play physical. I mean, I'm not saying you got to play press every single time, but dude, I can't stand how you have 2 like Bradbury. You can't mirror somebody. You can't mirror Bradbury on somebody from press. If you're going to play press and still mirror him, what's the point? And if you're not going to get your hands on, I'm just talking like one little push. That's all I want. Like, just a tap. I mean, at least that's something. At least if you have the safety help, it'll garner some more time for the safety to get over the top, which would help tremendously. But I say this shit every game. Rio says, what do you do for Halloween? Hand out candy, man. Hand out candy. I invite a few friends over. We have a fire pit. And me and a few of my friends are chilling in the driveway with the fire pit in the driveway, and we're just chilling out. That's it. Bron says, Cowboys aren't really a deep throwing team, so the Eagles secondary playing 5-10 yards off for receivers all game. It's going to be a long day for your all secondary. Well, we'll see what happens, dude. We'll see what happens. The Eagles, the one thing they've done well is take the first read away at times, and if that's the case, your boy Dak's going to go on his fucking back. And sometimes it's going to happen really fast. And you guys don't even know what Jalen Carter is fucking all about. Simple as that. You haven't even met Jalen Carter yet. You've seen it from afar, not paid attention to it. But I'm telling you right now, you haven't met Jalen Carter yet. And you're going to fucking see. So you think the Eagles didn't win these games because they were being fucking lazy and we played a shit roster this year. Okay. They've won games. They've won from behind. I don't know how many times this year. The Eagles statistically, at least from Jalen Hurts' standpoint, has played better when he doesn't have leads. Okay. Whether the game is tied to where he's behind in games, he has come back and had drastic statistics, way better. This defense, the first 2 lines for this Eagles defensive line can start for NFL rosters right now. The defensive line is deep. Jalen Carter gets his first game against the Cowboys. And let me tell you something. It's going to be a long day. So it's not going to be as easy as everybody fucking thinks. Every quarterback, Dak Prescott is going to get some yards. He's going to get yards. It's going to happen. If you're playing 8 yards off the ball, it's going to happen. So if one of those offensive linemen let up pressure, let up a block for a half a second, it's over, man. That play is over. Just saying. Braun says Jalen Carter's going to go up against Zach Martin this year, so we'll see what happens. Jalen Carter has beat everybody. Zach Martin or not, it doesn't matter. But Zach Martin, he's going to need to get double teamed in the game. Jordan Davis is going to probably get double teamed in this game. It's going to free up a million. It doesn't even matter. Like, you think that Zach Martin's going to block Jalen Carter perfectly every single snap? It's not going to happen. Even if he somewhat does, Jalen Carter he's not going to get sacks. He's going to be disruptive, and it's going to free other players around him. Like, I don't know why you guys don't give the Eagles a chance. Like, we're literally that fucking horrible. Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, I've talked good things about the fucking Cowboys literally since like the first few weeks of the season. Like, I don't get how the Eagles have no fucking chance in this game. Why run into every Dallas fan that doesn't even think this is going to be like a competitive game? Everyone thinks it's going to be a fucking blowout. Like, I'm not even saying the Eagles aren't going to blow out the Cowboys. It's not going to happen. If they do, then great. If not, like, I don't think it's going to happen at all. I think it's going to be very competitive. But at the end of the day, like, when this team responds more than the Cowboys do. Dak Prescott and that team around him do not respond after bad plays. Dak Prescott throws a pick and it's over. That's the difference. Like, everyone can laugh at Jalen Hurts for these picks, but at the end of the day, the team fucking responds. Jalen Hurts responds and scores more points than any fucking quarterback after picks thrown. It's literally, it's the truth. It's the truth. You know, like, the Dallas Cowboys aren't the best fucking team that we face this year. Okay, Eagle fans, let me tell you something. This isn't the best team we face. Like, these fucking guys act like this is the best fucking team we're facing fucking Sunday, and it's not. Okay, it's going to be a close game because obviously this is a division game. We barely won against Washington 2 fucking times. You know what I mean? I'm like, who do you guys think you are? Like, really? Like, are you guys untouchable? Like, are you fucking Thanos? Like, what am I supposed to be fucking afraid of come Sunday? Chris, why be an Eagles comment section you're not worrying? Because they love me, bro. Because they fucking love me. That's why. Because you'll never hear a Philly Dallas fan ever say their team is bad or failed. It's the insecurity factor. The weaker the personality, the stronger the Cowgirl fan. They cling to the memories. Then he says the Malad New Heights where they talk about Carter laughing the whole time he's destroying Legend. Oh, I gotta see that. I haven't watched it yet. He goes, Miami was the best team we faced so far. True. And really looking at Miami's schedule going to the fucking Eagles Miami game, we were the best team on their fucking schedule. The best team. Everyone said we're going to lose that game. Now we forget about it. So the game is done. The Eagles won. Everyone forgot about it. No one fucking talked about it after that. It's okay. It's all good. There is no team in the NFL right now that's playing fucking consistently. There's not one team that's perfect. You win differently every fucking game. Every game. So if the Eagles play bad defensively, of course I'm going to talk about it. I'm a content creator, so I'm going to fucking nitpick at the situation 100%. But at the end of the day, if they win the fucking game, like, they just fumbled 2 times in the fucking red zone, and they still won the game. Divisional game against Washington. They fumbled twice in the red zone and still won the fucking game. But this team still sucks. Right. Crazy shit, dude. LeBron says your D-line is the best in the league. I always give my credits. I'm not toxic delusional fan like the Cowboys. Hey, that's all I want to hear. As long as I heard that, I'm fine. It makes me believe that you are not toxic. So that's good. We're on the same page now. I wasn't even trying to get a compliment. But as long as you said that, then I know you're not delusional. That's fine. I've said a lot of good things about the Cowboys this year. No doubt. Joe says, we are going to do the same thing in Dallas like we did to Miami. Matt said, man, I cannot wait for this game against Dallas to get here soon enough. What is that? What is that profile picture, by the way? Does that say Creed? What does that say? I don't know what it says. Cole says, y'all got my boy hype. I just tuned in. He cussing. It must be it must be Couch Boys week gophers. It's just like the thing is, like, for me, like, as like a content creator, like I honestly, like, I have my own circle, so I don't go into other like Cowboy streams, and I really don't. Like, I don't even care, because at the end of the day, like, this team has to play on Sunday. Hearing something somebody says might make me feel better or may piss me off, but at the same time, like, this team still has to hit the field on Sunday and play, regardless of what I think is going to happen. East Cannon for life. Perfect. Chiefs lose and the sports media don't talk about it. It's true, bro. It's true. I don't even think AJ Brown, oh, you want to hear the fucked up thing, dude? When AJ Brown beat Megatron's record against Washington, at the end of the game, the first thing they talked about was Dak Prescott throwing 4 fucking touchdowns. That was the most important thing of the whole day on Sunday. They said, oh, let's look at the highlights, the big highlights of the day. And the first thing that comes out of any fucking thing of the whole entire day of all the games is Dak Prescott throwing 4 touchdowns against the fucking Rams. Dude. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what is that? Pisses me off. Because half these guys won't, if they lose Sunday, they won't say, we'll be on the bye week sipping fucking margaritas. These guys won't even be around. They have no grit. They have no soul. It's like they talk their shit and they fucking gone. Glenn says, Ben Eagles fans is first at Franklin Field. The thing I see that the coaches now look at data and only work with players as hard as they have to win a game. Eagles by 6. I get it. Chris says Steve Stabile invented the myth of the Cowboys. Colton Baker said, Joey, the other thing we have to worry about is making sure Turpin isn't flipping. Yeah, that's because he's good. Yeah, Turpentine's good, man. He's a good returner. But, yo, Britton Covey's been really good, man. I want him to take one to the house so badly. He hasn't done it yet, but I've been, like, dying for it. Can you feel what's going on, dude? Because I've seen Michael Jackson, James Brown at Franklin Field. Damn, dude. William Gilbert says, we get disrespected by the media bad. I like being the underdog. We come play Sunday. Because to be honest with you, dude, like, other than, like the only time we were really talked about this year is when we were still undefeated. And then really after when we weren't undefeated anymore, oh, the Eagles won. And then they just were like, whatever. And they stopped talking about it. Bang Bang says, before we played, Miami media said they were going great after we beat them. Their fool's gold makes this shit up. Oh, it's true. Can't make this shit up. No, I can believe it. Usually the home team is talked about a lot in a game like that. Most of the time. Even before that game started on Sunday night, I felt like they were talking about Miami the whole time. By the large march from the movie Pee Wee Herman, have seen Joey scared worse than Michael Myers. Large Marge sent ya. We see one of those tags on the mattresses. Well, I cut one of them off. I love that movie. I haven't seen that shit in so long. Johnny Joey, you know it would be hilarious if the Eagles push for 100 yards straight. Oh, tush push. Oh, that's another thing too. Remember the Eagles fumble. Jalen Hurts fumbled the ball by running into the lineman. The Washington Commanders stopped the play. They stopped the tush push. The first team to ever, dude, they didn't stop jack shit, dude. Jalen Hurts dropped the fucking ball. Stop acting like they stopped anything. They didn't stop shit. They stopped nothing. Give me a break. Chris says, whatever you do, never watch Skip. Dude, I don't watch First Take. I don't watch Undisputed. I don't watch any of these shows because you know what half of these guys do are these young kids or they try to look like they're knowledgeable fucking Cowboy fans, or they go watch something and then they fucking go into a chat and spit shit word by word. And it sounds just like what they would say on TV. Joey, have you watched the last Halloween movie? I did. I'm actually a huge fan of Halloween Ends, by the way. Huge fan. Let me get I don't know. I'll do it at the end of the stream. I'll do it at the end. I'm not going to stream for another hour. I'll stream for a little bit. But we have 183 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the stream if you guys haven't as well for more Eagles content. Let me just get something real quick. Hold on. Skip is annoying as fuck. Skip is just dude, it's just for viewership. That's all it is. When he hates the Cowboys, likes the Cowboys, I don't think he's a real Cowboy fan at the time. He does shit just to get attention. That's how toxic the media is. That's how toxic these TV producers are of keeping guys on like that. TV is fucked. TV is ruined for life. You know what I mean? Ben Banks said, if we beat Dallas, to me, we'll make it more like Dallas losing than us winning. Yeah, but you know what? Fuck that. Who gives a shit? We're going to be going through our bye week. We're going to make videos. We're going to live stream. We're going to sit back. We're going to sit back, have a couple drinks, just chill out. They got to win, though. But they lose this game, it's going to be a shitty bye week. Is it the end of the world? No. But got a super chat from Michael Goldberg. Says Cowboys fans live in a 30-year perpetual dream state, a nightmare from which they cannot awake. It's like a Nightmare on Elm Street. No doubt. It is. Freddy Krueger is coming. No idea why I just said that. But no, I agree. The only thing the Dallas Cowboys have to hold on to is these 5 championships they have. That's really it. You think about it, they talk about QBR, they talk about statistics with Jalen Hurts. I don't know why they make it all about themselves. That's the only thing they can hold on to. That's the only thing that they're jealous of the Philadelphia Eagles. They're totally jealous. It's just the Eagles have been more relevant the last 25 years. They haven't done much of anything. All they care about, and look at all they care about is winning the NFC East. That's all they care about. All they care about is beating the Eagles 2 times a year. That's just what it is. David says, Skip, appreciate super chat, by the way. Michael. Okay, so Skip Coucher and Canal are names that I will never click on. Chris says Twitter is the second a hot take was invented. ESPN died. Well, Twitter's worse. Twitter is even worse, dude. Twitter's a fantasy world. Twitter's not real life. People talk on there like it's real life, but it's fantasy, dude. It's a fantasy. It's a place where people could say what they want, do what they want, and people don't even necessarily not have to know who you are. You could do whatever you want on there. It's the place where you could say whatever you want and not get in trouble for it. And it's not and people treat it like it's real life, dude. It's true. Chris said, according to your average bias sports talk, CD is better receiver than AJ Brown, has outplayed him because of the play the last couple weeks. Dude, you can't compare, man. As much as like AJ Brown is used like a number one guy. And I'm not even talking about statistics, but when do they move AJ Brown to the inside? They never fucking do that. Ever. And the only way they do that is because they can't get the matchup that they want. The Cowboys can't get the matchup they want with CeeDee Lamb wherever he's going. So they have to move him around to get him more involved. And like 6 games with 125 plus yards, breaking Calvin Johnson's record. That shit's not going to get beat for a long fucking time. There, like 6+, it is not going to be fucking easy to do that ever. You're not doing that shit. I'm proud of it, but we have more important things to attend to. Like AJ Brown's like, we're going to war. Like, I don't give a fuck about what I broke today. Like, that's great, but doesn't win you a Super Bowl. Just like winning MVP, and in the NBA, winning MVP. Like, you could win MVP, but who gives a fuck? Like, there's so much more games left. Like, what does winning MVP got to do? You know what I mean? Means nothing. I felt the same way about Joel Embiid when Joel Embiid got MVP. I felt like he dropped. I felt like he fucking fell off. Well, he falls off every fucking season anyway, but always. We won't get into the Sixers shit because, oh, God. Never mind. If I was doing Sixer content, it'd be a very toxic channel that everybody would have to stay away from. Just saying. Chris says 100% CD gets hit wide open. AJ is making spectacular catches after spectacular catch. Yeah. I think CD has less catches, right? This year, like 5. I think he has 5 less catches than AJ Brown or something like that. I mean, he got 700 yards in a month. I mean, in 4 games. AJ Brown had like 700 yards. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, that's a tall task right there. Too bad it's already closed. What's closed? Close says wasn't even born to see Ring, except when your parents got remarried. God. Joe says that one-hand catch was the best catch of the year. I think out of all of AJ's catches this year, that was probably the most spectacular one that we did see. My favorite catches, like I know I like the acrobatic catches, the one-handers like that. My favorite catches is when like AJ Brown just like the first one, or was it the one after that? The one that he got over. Like, I love a receiver that can catch a ball over 2 people and run into them. I love that shit. I think those are like very dominating. Obviously, those acrobatic ones are really good. Besides Halloween, who's your top 3 favorite horror movies? 3? Oh boy, I'd say. Oh man, this is hard. It's tough. I mean, Friday the 13th Part 7, I like a lot. I like Texas Chainsaw, and probably, God, it's tough to put me on the spot because like there's so much shit that I like. I don't know. My third favorite? I honestly don't know. I'm not sure. I have to think about that. A third? I don't know. I love Terrifier a lot, but I don't think it's one of my. I don't think it's definitely a favorite of mine, but I don't think it's my top favorite. Kid Philly says Mahomes and Hurts higher interceptions is for the reason for AJ and Tyreek in the MVP conversation. The wide receivers are consistent than the QBs this year. Yeah, I mean you're gonna have picks when you're throwing the balls up like that too. I mean that's part of it too. Like, whether Hurts is trying to get like a PI call or some bullshit's happening like that. Like, Close said, no, Joey, don't do it. Leave my yeah, dude. If I covered the Sixers, I'd have no life. Like I'd be on this computer every day, all day. I can't do that. The only reason why I don't cover another team right now is because literally I would have no life. I would have no social life. I mean, it would be way too much to do. I'm already working 2 full-time channels right now. So, I mean, I'm not the other channel, I'm doing more editing, but I'm not like doing videos every day. I'm doing like videos every other day because, you know, that's just what it is. Texas Rangers are your World Series champions. Cowboys and Mavericks up next. I mean, I guess it's a motivator, but I don't think so. The Exorcist is good too. I've only seen that movie twice, and I can't really watch that much. Like, I hate that devil bullshit. I don't mind it, but Sinister was good too. Sinister was good as well. I'm like mostly into like pure slashers. Tommy says we just need to get after Dak, throw him off his rhythm, and get sacks. Yeah, I mean that's just really it. Because the one thing, who's going to be the better team in the red zone? That's going to be the question. Have the Cowboys been better in the red zone this year? I think they have been. I think they have been better. They're still hard. The Conjuring's good too, by the way. Yes, it is. I think Cowboys are better in the red zone, but they're still struggling. Both teams struggle in the red zone, but I think Cowboys have been playing better. Saw, yeah, Saw's. I just saw Saw X. Saw's great. Saw's awesome. But yeah, I think I think this is it for the night. I mean, we've already been on stream for an hour and 28. So the schedule for this weekend, we'll have a video out tomorrow, the Philly Shakedown tomorrow night on Saturday. Sunday, we'll have a live play-by-play of the Eagles-Cowboys game. Then we'll have a Philly Shakedown Sunday night for post-game, and I'll have a couple of videos out for Sunday night to early Monday morning, you know, most likely. I want to show you something quick since we are done. So, yeah, Terrifier 2 came out in theaters again the other day, and I wanted to, if anybody wants one, because I grabbed a shit ton of them. I stole a whole bunch. Well, not stole, but I grabbed a whole bunch. There was only 5 people. There's a Terrifier 3 teaser that came out the end of Terrifier 2. So the Terrifier 3 teaser came out, and they awarded people with the posters. So I ended up getting a shit ton of these posters from the movie theater, and it's pretty damn cool. It's gonna be a Christmas movie. If you guys haven't seen Terrifier, if you can withstand, like, I'd say this franchise is probably one of the most. I'd say this is like the fourth. When it comes to blood and gore, it's probably the fourth most crazy blood and gore I've ever seen in film. I mean, I've seen films that are blacklisted that you can't even watch, that you really watch them. Okay, like movies that will like literally fuck you up for a whole day. I'm totally movies that will like literally mentally fucking get you depressed from watching it. Like, I've seen some shit that I cannot watch again. No joke. I'm not a big fan of Freddy at all. I'm not really I mean, I like Nightmare on Elm Street, but I'm not like a huge fan of it too much. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey was great. It's just weird how I watch Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey and absolutely love it. But Terrifier 3 is going to take place Christmas time. If you haven't seen Terrifier 2, watch it. I think it's free on Amazon right now, or you could just watch it on an app. But these are the posters that we got. I got like a shit ton of them. I only had 5 people in the theater. Literally had 5 people in there, and they had a shit. I was waiting for these posters after the movie was over. The guy put a whole bunch on the table. I grabbed one, and then I grabbed like another like 6. So I want to be fair to everybody else to grab some more. But yeah, this is obviously Art the Clown on Christmas time, and I want to get this thing fucking signed. But I'm already sending one out. So if anybody wants one, just email me. My email should be in the description, I think. So, movie poster, Joey, are worth money. Well, that's an exclusive poster. Like, that poster is exclusive. Like, you can only get that if you like went to spend a full amount of money. Me and my buddy went to the movies last night. My buddy Derek, you know, and we saw it. So, I don't like Scream at all. I really don't like Scream. I can't stand fucking Scream. I didn't even like the new movie that came out. Yeah, it was good, dude. Second movie's so good. I love the music. I love the kills. Here are the worst films that I've seen. Okay, that I won't even watch again. Okay. A Serbian film is probably the most fucked up movie I've ever watched, and I will never watch it again. I bought it on DVD, but I will never watch it. a Serbian film. If you go on Peacock or Netflix, I think it is Peacock. Cannibal Holocaust is the second fucking worst movie I've ever seen in my life when it comes to like how fucked up it is. Serbian film, Cannibal Holocaust. Guinea Pig is pretty bad. Guinea Pig is really bad. I don't know. Guinea Pig is a weird one. This girl gets like this guy, like, I can't even like say it on the stream because it's really messed up, but bad things happen. Terrifier 2 was it was pretty insane. Yeah, Serbian film, like, don't watch it. I'm like not even telling people to watch it. Like, do not watch it. Like, you will be like mentally fucked up for a day after watching it. Like, you won't be the same after watching that. Feels Fan 2 says, how do we get a poster? Just email me. I got a whole bunch. I got like another fucking 10. I got a shit ton of them. And they're really nice colored ones too. Like, they're colored really nicely. Like, I thought they actually came out a lot better than I thought they were going to come out. They actually came out a lot better than I thought they were going to come out, but it's very colorful. It's really good though. And the Terrifier 3 teaser, apparently the first 5 minutes of that movie is going to be controversial. Okay. It's going to be, I actually recorded it. It's on my phone, but I don't want to get copyrighted for it, but it's going to be, look online at Terrifier 3. Look online for the Terrifier 3 teaser. It's pretty, I mean, they don't show anything, but they're alluding to what's going to happen, and it's pretty bad. So, Hostel was good. Yeah. The VHS movies are pretty messed up too. The problem with like movies that creep me out, the problem that I can't stand with certain films is that I can't watch women getting sexually harassed. I can't watch that. It just annoys me. I can't watch horror movies that have animals involved. That's like a big no-no for me because that really just ruins my fucking time watching films. That's really it. Like I could watch everything else, but that I can't deal with that. Can't deal. I'm just talking blood and gore. I'm just talking about blood and gore wise. Like it's bad, dude. Like Serbian film is probably the worst. Would never expect to watch what I watched. I mean, that movie was blacklisted. That's how bad it was. Like, it was like, the director was like, why did I make this movie? Like, that's how bad it was. Matt said, because I originally was supposed to see Terrifier 2 when it first came out. Never got to do to having canceled a couple of times, so only never saw it at home, but I'm glad I got to see it. Oh, yeah. I mean, I saw it in theaters the first time, and oh, man. It was great. I really enjoyed watching it again in theaters. Sometimes sitting at home is not the same. Like, if I sit at home watching a movie, I usually put these headphones on because I just kind of want to have that that movie experience. You know, sometimes if people are here, I don't do that. But I've watched the first couple Insidious movies. I thought they were good. I've tried watching all the Annabelle, and I didn't even watch the Red Door yet. I haven't even watched that movie yet. I gotta watch it. I heard it wasn't great. All right, Joe. Have a good night, dude. First is a scary. Oh yeah, of course. Paranormal Activity was a great movie too. The first two are pretty damn good. Like I've watched. I think once they got away from the original characters, I kind of stopped watching it. It was like the fourth one or some shit like that. Tua says, I like the psychological terror. I put Exorcist 3 at the top as far as good storyline, but if that's not your thing. No, I mean, I like Exorcist. I just don't watch it that much. Like, I'm not into like devil shit, and I'm just not into that shit. It's weird. Like, I'd rather watch someone get their head cut off than watch The Exorcist. Like, I'd rather watch someone bleed for like 10 hours than watch The Exorcist. Like, that's just how I feel. I don't know, because I don't get like queasy watching shit like that. You know, I just don't like Scream because I feel like it's just, I don't know. It's like, it's a different killer. I think the whole thing with it being a different killer every time. And it's like, I don't know. I've just never, the first Scream is okay. Like I like the first Scream a lot, but really after that, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of the Scream franchise. Nightmare on Elm Street, I like it a lot more, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. Hereditary is good. The Hills Have Eyes is really, really good. Thought that was very good. Um, I never watched the X. I never watched it. I've always contemplated on watching that on Amazon Prime because it's free to watch on there. The Exorcism. Yeah, I've never seen the Exorcism of Emily Rose. I've never watched that. Deliver Us from Evil's good. Yeah, that Silent Knife movie looks really fucking good. It looks really, really good. Like some killer that's in all white like that. Thanksgiving is gonna be fucking. Thanksgiving's gonna be really good. There's a Thanksgiving horror movie coming out, and it looks really good. I think it's just gonna be like a fun ride. Like I'm not expecting. Eli Roth is directing it, which he did. Oh yeah, it's another movie. You guys, who's seen Green Inferno? Green Inferno is a pretty. It's a can. It's like these kids go to this cannibal island, and these cannibal people like fucking eat people and shit. It's pretty messed up. I don't know if you guys have seen Green Inferno, but it's Smile was okay. It was okay. It was fine. I liked it. It was good. It was enjoyable. Check out Green Inferno. The director from Green Inferno did Thanksgiving. So yeah, Green Inferno's nuts, dude. These kids like go to this cannibalistic island and they like run to these like tribe people and they just fucking start getting slaughtered, like just being ripped apart, eaten. I mean, it's crazy. It's Pharaoh knows. It's fucking crazy, dude. I've only seen that movie twice, and it's not even a movie that I get like. I just haven't seen it in a while. I would definitely watch it again. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Now, I never watched the original one. I watched the newer one. When's the newer one was actually not bad until it got to like the middle to the end. I didn't really like the middle to the ending of it too much. The original, it's like a weird mix between Jason and Michael, between music and like potato bag Jason, like weird shit. Oh yeah. That's the best part. That's the best part to it. The most disgusting part, but the best part to that whole film is the big boy getting some stuff done to him that you'd never see a human body go through. 30 Days of Night, the vampire movie. Yeah, it's one of my favorites, actually. Yeah, 30 Days of Night's good. A vampire like Holocaust. I love it. It's freaking awesome. Evil Dead remake, perfect blend of gore. Yeah, and you know what? Like the 13 movie was good. I actually liked the new Evil Dead movie. I'm not really a big Evil Dead fan at all, but I gotta say that new movie was really fucking good. I've never seen Wrong Turn. He's like, I just watched the trailer for Serbian film. Yeah, I'm good on that. Yeah, don't. I'm not telling people to fucking watch it. I'm not telling people to watch it. I swear to God, I'm not telling people to watch it. Hey, Abby, if you like horror stuff and you like to talk horror, I work full time on another YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe to it, don't subscribe to it and talk about Eagles because I don't talk about Eagles shit on there, but I do like game streams of Texas Chainsaw and some other things. If you guys want to, it's called the Late Night Massacre. If you want to subscribe to it, subscribe to it. I don't really try to, promote it too much on here, but if you want to subscribe to it, subscribe to it. I cover a whole bunch of horror shit on there. I need to do other things than talk about the Eagles. It just gives me a break mentally from the Eagles. If they're, if they're great, they're bad, I just need a mental break sometimes, Joyride is like Breakdown in the Hitcher. There it is. Yeah, sub to it. Because I'm doing other things on there too. Like I do Texas Chainsaw game streams. I do videos. I do reviews. I do a whole bunch of shit on there. I'm coming out with a video today on there. So Matt says, "Yup, that channel is strictly horror. Only no birds on that channel." But yeah, that's really it. Goes to Joyride and Wrong Turn. Same movie, different cast. Just like the cheesy House of Wax. Yeah, House of Wax was kind of nuts too. House of Wax was nuts. I mean, I like Rob Zombie's Halloween a lot. I'm a big fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween. Not necessarily the second one. So but yeah. I mean, I go to cons. I go to a bunch of shit. Like you guys don't even know half the shit I do. Like I just talk Eagles and that's all you guys see, but I do a lot of shit behind the scenes. Like I do a lot of other things. You know, a lot of stuff. So yeah, the Eagles Nest gaming channel, like I have it. I still have it up right now. Like I haven't streamed on it in a long time. Because I've been doing because I haven't those are the for like other games, like random games that I play that are not horror, or stuff like that. But I haven't. It's still active though. That channel. I haven't uploaded anything on there in a while when it comes to game streams, but I'm still going to use it. But I've been mostly doing like horror games and stuff on the horror channel. So I could talk horror movies for hours. Like I could talk horror movies for. I gotta finish the thumbnail for my Terrifier 2 review. I actually recorded the whole Terrifier 3 teaser. I gotta do stuff on there. So that's what I do. That's what I do most of the time. So if you want to sub to it, great. If not, no biggie. You know. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So it's almost midnight. I definitely gotta wrap this up. And then we'll be ready on Sunday. We'll have the Philly Shakedown tomorrow. Hard challenge right here. Hard challenge right here. Late Night Massacre. Those links right there. Can you guys see the links or no? Can you guys see the links? Yeah, they should be there. Oh yeah, The Strangers is another one too. Yeah, I'm excited for this. We're getting 3 films in 1 year. We're getting 3 films in 1 year next year. The Strangers. I'm a huge fan of The Strangers. I wasn't a big fan of the second movie too much. I actually liked it a little bit more than the first one, to be honest. But The Strangers, I can't wait. I hope they don't fuck it up. But I'm excited for it though. So, yep. Appreciate Pharaoh. Phil said, I really love to sit Nick and Sean ask why they do the things they do. Oh yeah, dude. Ah, well, because it's passion, dude. Like I would love to get the one thing that I've been trying to do right now is to try to get into a horror fan film badly. I've been wanting to stretch out and go into not acting per se, but definitely want to do some horror films. Definitely want to do some horror films. That's my second passion is doing a horror film or acting in one. So yeah. All right. You guys have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll have a video out tomorrow, and then obviously the shakedown tomorrow night to talk about the matchup. And that's it. So you got to know some other things that I do tonight. And if you need a horror movie to watch specifically, just come to me and I'll let you know. Guys, have a great day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up, false up. Peace out, guys. Peace out. Love you guys.